Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but here's the 6th installment of the Granny Square blanket. So we're going to start by making, a little bit differently from the others, a chain loop of 12. So you're going to chain 12 and you're going to join it to the first chain. Joining with a slip stitch, chain 1, and we're going to start working a whole round of single crochets and work your tail in right away if you don't want to have to deal with it later. I find it a lot easier than trying to stitch it through or pull it through with another hook. So we're going to single crochet 24 around. And try to place them evenly. Like, it's going to bunch up, but moving them around a little bit is going to get it nice and even. For the next round, you're going to start by chaining 5. This counts as a double crochet and a chain 2. Skip the first stitch, jump into the next one, and double crochet. Chain 2, skip a stitch, jump in, and double crochet. And we're going to repeat this around, so you're going to have 12 chain 2 spaces and 12 double crochet legs. To join this round, slip stitch into the middle chain, so the third chain, count either way back or forward, slip stitch, and there's your join. So you're going to slip stitch once more into the next chain space, and you're going to chain 4, and we're going to work 4 treble crochet clusters, so treble, and leave the last loop on the hook. Do it again, leave the last loop, and now you're going to pull through all loops on your hook. So the chain 4 is a standing treble crochet, chain 4 in between, and make 4 in each of the next chain 2 spaces. As I mentioned at the beginning of pattern, this was a square that was inspired by one that I found online. Sadly, the original pattern really did not fit anything near the size and the dimensions that I needed for this blanket, so I really did have to completely readapt it. All the way from, I think, the second round I've had to change it. So I am going to link the original or the inspired ring granny square down below and on my website, where I'm going to have this square specifically that fits my blanket, because it does have to fit in the same size as all the other squares. But if you want to make a granny square blanket with just this square, I would recommend you getting onto her blog. It's Crochet Bella, or Bella, and you can download her blanket there, her blanket pattern there. And she explains every single step the way that she does it. It's no way the same way as I did it. I really had to modify a lot of the chain stitches in between, so go there to make the full blanket. For the next row, I am working on the first corner, which is in the first chain space, as you can see. So I basically chain 3, and I did 2 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the chain space. Then I chain 3, single crochet into the next chain space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain space, chain 3, and start the next corner of 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. To continue making these square corners, we're going to have to do 2 more going completely around. for this row, you're going to double crochet in every double crochet that you have from the previous row, plus, we're going to get to it in a moment, do your corners, 3 double crochet, chain 3 to 3 double crochet, and when you get to the end, or the middle, we're going to double crochet in that stitch, and then you're going to make 2 more double crochets in the chain 3 space. Trying to keep them as close to the body of double crochets that is already there. And we're going to chain 3, single crochet into the chain space, chain 3, and double crochet 2 into the following chain space. Just basically mirror imaging what we just did on this side, working in every chain across, every space across, and again our corner, working all the way around. If you would like to follow the written with photo description, it's going to be on my website, so you can get there by going to www.thebydefaultcrochet.ca, and it's going to be in my blog patterns, or my blog section, tutorials, where I'm going to try at least getting this one first, and then the predecessing patterns that I did already, the other squares, to complete the blanket. The entire blanket is going to be available for purchase, or you can just jump through each blog post and get the squares that way. That's totally up to you. So let's get working on the rest of this square. For every row after now, it's going to be 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet. Keep working in each stitch. Don't skip the ones that are like stuck to the chain space. Make sure that you move your stitches over and you get into that first one. On this row, once again, up chain is a standing double crochet and work in your corner. We're going to keep working across, and we're going to keep decreasing the amount of chain space there is. Now there's not going to be a chain space per se. Work in each stitch across. We're going to get there in a moment. I'm a little bit slow. Now, like with the previous row, 2 double crochet in the chain space. Skip that gap, and instead of doing anything, just literally just double crochet another 2 in the chain space. The next row is the one that's going to really straighten everything out, get all the details looking the way they're supposed to, and form this square properly. And we're going to be joining it seamlessly to the green square of the blanket that I last made. Or I think it was the first one I made, actually. But we're going to be joining it to the solid green granny square. If you've never made a seamless join before, you can see how to do it, how to join them properly in my other videos, because I've joined every granny square like this. I like the twist that it gives as a look, especially with the colors. And I like that it doesn't stiffen up the edging of each square. So what I do is I pull up my loop through the piece that's already worked, through the front, or insert through the front and pull up through the back, yarn over, and then work the adjacent stitch, which is why I have to adjust all of these granny squares, or most of them so far, because they otherwise won't fit together with the right number of stitches, and they won't be the right number of rows. Even if I make them, you know, roughly the same size, they are way off. They all need some form of adjustment. And until they are all joined, it's going to look a little weird, like it's not going to hold its shape. As most blankets, they don't hold their shape until they are completed. So stay tuned if you want to see what it actually is going to finish looking like. It's going to be really awesome. I can guarantee you that. He picked some pretty crazy colors, and it's going to be really nice. So I'm just going to finish joining this square and show you what it looks like. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe and follow, and I'll see you on our next one. Bye, guys.